Hi friends, welcome back. I'm Olivia's Romantic Home, and this is part 2 of my pink backyard party pool makeover. So some of you all asked me about the stairs for my pool, and here they are. I'm actually not going to use them for the stairs, but I am starting out by painting them with my favorite Rust-Oleum primer in white, and then I actually painted part of the pool steps in a berry pink, and then I ran out of paint. And so what's a girl going to do but grab the paint that she has on hand, which is actually a Bear paint called Pink Wink, and I'm just brush painting them, and we'll see how these survive out in the hot summer sun with this paint. I do know Rust-Oleum spray paint does really well, but this is a brush paint. Probably not made for this project at all, but if you guys know me, this is not a surprise, and it's not a surprise to the man at Home Depot that mixes paint for me either. The poor guy, he asked me what I'm going to be painting, and I said, I don't know, but I love this color, and I need a gallon of it. And everything that I get my hands on this summer is probably going to be painted this color. I love it because it's almost, it's a pink color, but it has a lot of bluish undertones. So it almost looks in certain light like a lavender, and it can almost look white in my opinion. Not really, but to a pink lover, this is pretty light for the pink. Okay, so the next thing I did, hopefully I can get through this without my terrier interrupting, but the next thing I did was grab a can of Rust-Oleum's Ballet Slipper Pink. This is my favorite pink. I didn't have very much in this can, so I have to use this very sparingly. And I went to a Bible study last night, and this is probably off topic, but I've been dealing with some pretty heavy stuff lately. And after listening to one of my friends' testimonies, which was super amazing, I felt like God just put it on my heart to paint today and just paint my stress away. So if you guys are feeling stressed, this is my word from me to you. Grab a paintbrush and just paint away. It can be really great therapy. So here is how those pool steps turned out. Again, I'm not going to be using them inside my pool, so you might want to check and see what types of paints are going to be waterproof if you are going to be using pool steps inside your pool. But basically, this is just inspiration to grab something in your yard that is grungy and old that you're about to throw out, which this pool ladder was grungy, old, and I was about to throw it out. But this pool is not very tall, and so I can easily step over it. It's like 30 plus inches. And it's just for me and my daughter and my granddogs when they come over, and whatever, girlfriends that come over that want to hang out. So it's a little pink girly paradise back here, but it was very therapeutic to grab a bucket of paint and just paint away. So I hope you guys are loving it. Now for our next project that I'm going to be painting, my mom actually built this shelf, and I've just had it on my patio, and I feel like it looks a little bit blog color-wise, so I really wanted to jazz it up and add it to my little pink girly paradise back here. Again, I'm using Bear paint in the color Pink Wink. I love Bear paint, super great quality paint. We'll see how it holds up in the summer sun. So I started brush painting it, and I've shared with you guys that I have a little bit of carpal tunnel going on in my hand. So I switched from a brush to this little mini roller. And ladies and gents, let me tell you, if you guys have problems with your hands at all, these little mini rollers are absolutely awesome. I had so much control, and I ended up just using this almost the whole time. I don't really think I had to switch back to my paintbrush hardly at all. And again, this is just some painting therapy. I went to a Dine in Devo with some of my girlfriends and ladies that I hadn't seen in a while from my church, or they had gone to a different church, but I was invited by one of my sweet friends, and it was so refreshing for my heart. So if you guys are on the edge of, thinking about wanting to join a ladies' Bible study or group or going to church, can I just encourage you guys? It made my heart feel so happy. So it was just a dinner devotional that we were doing. But we didn't really do a devotional together. It was more a speaker sharing her heart and us just all getting together and kind of talking and praying and singing together, and it was just such a sweet group of ladies, and it really melted my heart. I've been going through some things lately, and I think I've had some trapped anger or some stored anger, and that's not like me. I'm usually a really happy person. I don't have angry moments, but I think the older we get and the more trauma that we experience and the more loss that we experience, it's easy to get things built up in our heart. It's easy to let anger build up inside of us. And it can come out in moments that we're not expecting or moments that we're not really proud of. So anyway, long story short, accept the invitation, grab a Bible study, do a Devo, get out there and hang out with your girlfriends and enjoy some time. Okay, so now that we have, and I feel like right now I'm having some time with you ladies and gents, and you are my girlfriends, and so I just want to encourage you guys. So I did the little pink table. Mom, I hope you love this. My mom has been watching my videos recently. I think it turned out really cute. I think this is going to be fun. One of my girlfriends has a daughter that's going to be having a baby shower this summer, and so also my church lady girlfriends, they were talking and they saw on my Instagram post where I was sharing the pink party pool, and they were like, oh my gosh, we need to come over and see it. And so that was kind of fun. And so if I host a little event, I think this table is going to be really cute and perfect to be able to hold snacks or books or drinks or just whatever. Right now I have a couple of pool towels tossed on top of it, and you guys might notice also that there is no water in my little pink pool. I actually drained it today because I want to clean it. I have the filter on its way, and I want to start out with nice fresh water, get my filter in, my little chlorine tabs. And I will tell you guys that the pink pool is from Walmart, and everything else pretty much I have painted, including those little garden tools. I'm going to share with you guys how I created those. But this little table and chair set was just a basic old patio set, and I painted it last summer, as well as my little small tables and my little fake mums over there. Painting for me is so much therapy. So I hope you guys are inspired to grab a bucket of paint or, a can of paint, or maybe you're just enjoying watching me have fun. Sometimes it can be really, really soothing for me and for my heart, to watch people paint things pink, or just the pink aesthetic for me has always been very calming. I've always loved this color ever since I was a little girl. So anyway, it reminds me of when my daughter was really little, and even my son used to help me paint things and be proud of me, with all of my decorations. Even though I did a lot of home decor that was pink, the guys never seemed to mind. So anyway, fun little fact there. So I hope you guys are enjoying this, and on to the next project. For this next DIY, I'm going to repurpose this little garden planter and make it into a little pink party pool towel holder. So I'm grabbing my 2X Rust-Oleum spray paint, my absolute favorite spray paint, and I'm going to remove the kind of grungy garden planter that's on the interior of this. My cat Tinky actually has been sleeping in this every once in a while. Sorry, Tinky, but trust me when I tell you she has tons of places she loves to nap. So I'm going to take my spray paint and just gently spray paint this. This was pretty much the worst idea, though, doing it on top of this plastic table liner, because the wind kept flapping up on top of it. So I did eventually move it to this table, but I had multiple projects going on this day. So also try to use short burst when you're spray painting. This was some of the last projects I was working on this day, so my hands were getting tired, so I just let loose with the can. But I know that's the best way to spray paint, and will also save your spray paint. Okay, once it had dried, I popped this little towel and a tablecloth inside my little pink planter, and then added that cute little cactus. It was originally, the base of the planter was white, but I painted it pink, and I am absolutely loving this, crushing on all the goodies. For this next DIY, we're going to take this little basket. I actually had tossed it in my thrift store pile, but I went ahead and shopped my own thrift store pile, and I'm using the Rust-Oleum 2X. This is kind of like a citrus lemon yellow. Oof, don't ask me the exact name, but it's pretty much the prettiest yellow that they have. And I'm going to easily just paint this one little coat. I wanted to add a pretty little yellow basket to my table for my pink party pool. I thought that would be fun because everything else I've been painting pink. I thought we should go for a yellow just for some contrast. And here's kind of more of a close up. I'm using the short burst of spray paint style, and that's really a much better way to paint than how I was painting some of my other stuff, just letting loose. You waste a lot of spray paint like that. But I was telling you guys about my little Devo and Dine that I was doing with some of my church lady friends, and it just really brought so much healing to my heart to hear one of the testimonies of one of the other ladies there. She just talked about her life and her struggles and, just how, she had, just all the different things that you go through, and that walking with God is not always a consistent, perfect walk. And I think a lot of times I'm really hard on myself because I feel like, there's times when my heart is hurting or I'm struggling. I just don't put my best foot forward. I say things I shouldn't, or I treat somebody not as kindly as I should. And so if you're struggling with anything like that, where your heart is hurting and maybe your character isn't what you have expectations of for yourself, give yourself grace, because by grace we are saved through God's love and mercy and grace. And we all need grace. And be humble, ask for forgiveness. I know I had to do that recently with one of my girlfriends. I had to beg for forgiveness. I had said something that was not kind. I had acted in a way that wasn't kind. And it was because my heart was hurting, because I had been going through things and it just caught me at the wrong moment. And that can happen to us, especially the older we get, the more trauma that we have built up. So that is my little nugget and sharing from me to you guys. If you guys have stepped on toes, be humble, offer apology, offer a kind word, a hug, a phone call. None of us are perfect. And also then just give yourself some grace and ask God to lead you back to his path, to his joy, to his forgiveness. So here's my little puppy dog, Bitchy Bear. He is with me the entire time when I am crafting, and he is such a hoot. Okay, here is some cleaning inspiration. So I have these pretty little pink and white striped cabana chairs, and I think I had gotten them on Walmart.com maybe last year. They weren't super expensive, but they are made of a canvas, and they were just pretty dirty. You can't really probably see it in the filming of this video, but they were grungy at the bottom. The white had just gotten not so bright. And I thought, you know what? I'm not really painting anything right now, but I just really want to work on cleaning just different things. Anyway, what I was saying was I'm just working on taking care of the things that are actually in my care, my home, myself, the things that I already have. It's so easy for me to think that I need more, or, to just go out and buy new all the time. And that's not really being a wise steward of my money. It's also, if I have things that aren't broken and I can wash them and clean them and give them a little bit of new life, then I'm going to try to do more of that. So here's some inspiration. If you have something that needs some TLC, Dawn dish soap is actually the best soap ever. I did add a tiny bit of bleach to the canvas just to kind of freshen up the color of it. And I think it looks really sweet. I'm really happy with how it came out. I actually had washed the other one before I started washing this one, and then the little pink and white thing in the background was drying. So for the next DIY, I found these garden tools in my garage. I haven't been doing a lot of gardening ever since we poured the back patio in our home. That actually was where my garden was. So anyway, that got covered up, and I haven't, put out another garden again. And I have somebody helping me mow my lawn every other week. So I guess I just haven't been doing as much around the yard. To be honest with you, it's just gotten harder on my body the older I've gotten. Not an excuse. I do love to garden, but I'll have to see about maybe putting in a raised bed if I decide to garden. Anyway, what I'm doing with these gardening tools, they were just collecting dust and falling down constantly in the corner of my garage. So I thought, you know what, let's bring them out, let's paint them and make them just a part of the decor. Maybe that will inspire me to get back out into my garden again. I washed them really well with Dawn dish soap. And the next thing I'm going to do is take some of this Rust-Oleum 2X spray paint and I'm going to prime them. And then I'm going to paint them in some girly pastel colors. Now, don't come for me. I have other tools in my garage that I can use. So these are going to be more for decoration. And you know how you kind of gather up tools where you have extra tools, or like these tools are super rusty and grungy. I think that the rake is probably the only one I'll use the most in the fall. But I'm going to use this lavender, and it's in the Rust-Oleum 2X, and I'm going to spray the handles in the lavender color and then just brush paint the handles in that bare pink wink color just to give them some new life and make them cute. Again, I'm not actually really using these tools. They're just going to be more for decoration, although I will probably use my rake to rake some leaves when it comes time for fall. But I just thought this would be a fun idea, and I'm going to need you guys' help in deciding where I should display these. I don't want it to look junky on the inside of my backyard, but I just thought that if I painted these pink, that I could display them and make them look cute. So you'll have to let me know if you like where I decided to put them, if I should go ahead and put nails on the back of my fence and hang them that way or not. So by this part of the day, you can see the sun is starting to, it's really hot. It's like 4 or 5 in the afternoon. I think I started my painting projects at noon today. So I've been painting for about 4 or 5 hours, and God laid it on my heart to paint it out and to pray. Paint and pray. I think that's what we're going to call this video. We're going to paint and pray. And this is part 2 of my pink party pool backyard little, it feels like a backyard vacation, I guess. You might be able to hear my puppy dog Benji Bear. He's having a little bit of a fit. Barky, barky, and barky. And if you guys have ever had a terrier, you will know that they love to bark. They are the most awesome little guys, but they sure are barky, barky, which I love. To be honest with you, I think sometimes I wonder what it would be like to have a quiet dog. So here is how my little garden tools turned out. I have them off over to the side of my umbrella, back in the back of that fence. And I'll show you guys another shot. So they're over there, back on that fence. Let me know what you guys think. They're off to the left underneath that umbrella. Do you guys like where I put those? Do you think that that's a good idea? Here is Benji Bear again, of course. He's bringing me his little toy. He's so funny. He brings me his toy and then just lays it at my feet, and until I play with him, and then he wants to play tug of war, which this is a tug of war toy. Another fun fact about terriers, they love playing tug of war. They're not super great at fetch as far as wanting to catch and release, but they do love that kind of constant just play. Look how funny he is. I'm going to show you guys a really funny pic of him. So there's those little tools over there. Let me know what you guys think. And here he is tucked in for night time. Can we say spoil pupper here? He has a pillow and a blanket and everything. And do your dogs do this? Or is Benji Bear just extra, extra, extra? Anyway, I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching, and we will talk soon. I'm praying for you guys. If you guys need prayer, drop that prayer request down below. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channol and follow me on my Olivia's Romantic Home Facebook page, Instagram, and TikTok. I love y'all so much. I'm so thankful for you guys. I hope you like this more casual summer video, and I hope you're having a gorgeous, blessed summer. You're staying cool and you're staying positive, and you have the hope of love and joy in your hearts. And I'm thankful and blessed to have you guys here. Talk soon. Bye.